I'm gonna be real with you. You've been told your whole life that to get the girl, you just have to be the nice guy. Be available 24/7, text back in 2 seconds flat, and basically lay all your cards on the table so she knows exactly how much you like her. What if I told you that's the exact reason it's not working? What if that blueprint you're following is not just wrong, but actively blowing up in your face? The truth is, attraction operates on a wavelength that, I swear, 90% of men will never, ever tune into. This isn't about playing games. It's about a deeper, more primal language that isn't spoken in words. It's felt. It's a world of subcommunication and unspoken signals that determine how she really sees you. Most guys are out here trying to appeal to her logic, buying her stuff, making a list of reasons why they're a great choice. And they are completely missing the point. Attraction isn't a spreadsheet, it's an emotional reaction. In the next few minutes, I'm going to literally pull back the curtain on 5 secrets of the female mind that will flip everything you thought you knew about attraction on its head. By the end of this video, you won't just be guessing anymore. You'll finally understand what's really going on under the surface. Alright, secret number 1, and this one makes some guys uncomfortable, but trust me, you need to hear it. She is constantly checking your vibe. But here's the part you've got to understand. This isn't some conscious, evil plan she's cooking up. These are subconscious stress tests designed to answer one crazy important question. Is this guy for real? Is he emotionally stable, confident, and does he actually have a backbone? Think about it. Choosing a partner is a huge deal, so her subconscious is looking for clues. Is he a leader? Can he handle pressure? These little tests are her mind's way of figuring out your true character. So what does this look like? It's subtle. It could be her canceling a date at the last minute just to see how you react. Do you freak out and get all needy and angry? Or are you completely unbothered? It could be a playful jab at what you're wearing. Do you crumble, or do you laugh it off? I'm telling you, she might even disagree with you on something she secretly agrees with, just to see if you'll fold like a cheap suit to try and please her. A classic example is when she asks, "So, what are you up to for the next few years?" On the surface, it feels like small talk, but underneath, it's a test of your direction in life. The guy who fumbles and says, I don't know, fails. He signals he's lost. But the guy who answers with calm confidence, who has a mission he's fired up about, even if he doesn't have it all figured out, he passes. He's showing he's in the driver's seat of his own life. The biggest mistake guys make is getting defensive or becoming a total pushover in these moments. Both scream weakness. The key is to just stay centered. When you pass these little tests, you're subcommunicating that you are a high-value man who is secure in himself. And that, I'm telling you, is insanely attractive. Our world tells guys to talk, 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 fill every single silence. If she doesn't text back, send another one. Just keep the conversation going, no matter what. But this is where one of the most powerful secrets comes into play. Your silence is often way more magnetic than your words. In attraction, constant talking and chasing just communicates neediness. It screams, "I need your approval to feel okay." And this tension is uncomfortable. But a guy who is genuinely confident is cool with silence. He gets that in those quiet moments. That's where the real tension and curiosity actually build. Think about it like music. A song that's all noise with no pauses is just a mess. The rests, the quiet moments, are what give the notes their power. It's the exact same thing in human interaction. When you pull back and just stop talking, you give her the mental space to think about you. Her mind will start going, "Wait, why isn't he chasing? Does he not like me?" That little bit of uncertainty is way more compelling than constantly telling her you like her. Some studies even show that this uncertainty can actually crank up the attraction. Here's a real-world example. You're on a date, and the conversation hits a natural pause. The average guy panics. He scrambles for a new topic, asks a million questions, and tries to force it. The high-value man does the opposite. He leans back, holds eye contact, maybe gives a tiny smile. He owns the silence. In that moment, he's not being passive. He's being powerful. He's showing he's in control, and it creates this magnetic pull. This doesn't mean you give her the cold shoulder or ignore her. It means understanding that your absence and your silence can be just as impactful as your presence and your words. It creates a vacuum, and if she's interested, I'm telling you, she will feel a pull to fill it. So many guys believe that being there is enough. They show up, sit on the couch next to her while scrolling on their phone, and think, "Yep, I'm here. Job done." This is one of the biggest misunderstandings in modern dating. Physical presence and emotional presence are two totally different things. What a woman craves on a deep level is a man who is emotionally with her. This means actually tuning into how she's feeling, listening like you mean it, and creating a vibe where she feels safe to be herself. When you can provide that, it builds a bond that is so much stronger than anything you could ever buy her. So, what does this look like? It's not about solving all her problems. When she tells you about her horrible day at work, the typical guy instinct is to jump in with solutions. "You should do this," or "just tell your boss that." But 99% of the time, she's not looking for a consultant. She's looking for a connection. She wants to feel heard. Imagine you're on a date. She's telling you a story she's passionate about. The guy who is just physically there is nodding along, but he's really just waiting for his turn to talk. His body is there, but his mind is a million miles away. The emotionally present man? Phone is gone. He leans in. He's listening not just to the words, but to the feeling behind them. He asks questions that prove he's actually hearing her, like, "Wow, how did that make you feel?" Doing this is an insane attraction secret. It makes her feel seen and understood on a level most men will never reach. It shows you're strong enough to handle emotions, hers and yours. In a world full of distracted guys, the man who can offer his undivided emotional presence becomes an absolute anchor. He's not just a body in the room, he's a refuge. In the guy world, competition is everything. We compete in sports, at work, for status. So it feels natural to think that you have to do the same thing in dating, that you have to prove you're better than the other guys. I'm telling you, when it comes to attraction, this could not be more wrong. Overtly competing for her is one of the fastest ways to kill the vibe. This is a subtle but massive piece of the puzzle. When you openly try to one-up another guy who's talking to her by telling a funnier story, showing you're jealous, or trying to prove you're the better man, you're doing two things that just destroy your value. First, you're putting her on a pedestal and acting like you need her approval. Second, it just signals deep insecurity. A truly confident man doesn't need to compete because he already knows his own worth. Think about this scenario. You're in a group, and some other guy is talking to a woman you're into. The insecure move is to jump in, try to take over, or put the other guy down. He's entering a competition. From her perspective, this is just unattractive. It looks desperate. The confident man who gets how this works does something totally different. He's completely unfazed. He doesn't see the other guy as a threat because his confidence comes from inside. He might just chill and engage with the group, or even turn his attention somewhere else for a minute, communicating that he is not desperate for her attention. He operates from a mindset that he has options. His body language says, "I am the prize." By refusing to compete, you're sub-communicating that you're so high value you don't need to fight for it. You let your own confidence do the talking. While other guys are scrambling to prove themselves, you stand out as the one who is already sure of himself. This is one of the craziest secrets. The man who refuses to get in the ring is often the one who wins. If there is one master key that unlocks all of this, it's this. Genuine confidence is more powerful than any logical reason, any gift, or any perfectly crafted text. Study after study shows that confidence is a massively attractive trait. But for men, it's not just attractive. It's the foundation that triggers those deep attraction responses. Confidence communicates security and competence. On a primal level, it tells a woman, "I've got this. You're safe with me." That feeling of emotional security is way more powerful than any compliment you could ever give her. But what is genuine confidence? It is not arrogance. Arrogance is loud. It comes from insecurity and a need to prove you're good enough. I'm telling you, true confidence is quiet. It's an inner knowledge of your own worth that doesn't need anyone else to sign off on it. It's in how you carry yourself and how you handle it when things go wrong. Here's a perfect example. A guy who lacks confidence asks a woman out and gets a no. He takes it personally, his ego is crushed, and he might get bitter or desperate. His self-worth was tied to her saying yes. The truly confident man gets a no, and while it might sting for a second, his core sense of self is totally fine. He gets that her rejection isn't a statement about his overall value as a person. This kind of confidence is magnetic. It's the guy who can walk into a room and not need to be the center of attention. It's the man who can state his opinion without needing the whole room to agree. It's the man who isn't afraid to walk away from a girl or a situation that isn't right for him. You can learn all the lines and tricks in the world, but if you don't build that core of unshakable internal confidence, you'll always be building on a foundation of sand. So there you have it. 5 secrets of women's psychology that are so misunderstood. We've learned that her subconscious tests are about your strength, that your silence is a power move, that she craves your emotional presence, that competing is a losing game, and that real, quiet confidence is the ultimate key. When you get these principles, you stop playing guessing games, and you start moving with a quiet strength. You stop trying to convince her you're a great guy, and you start letting your real value do the talking. You begin to learn the unspoken language. Now, I actually want to know. Which of these 5 secrets was the biggest whoa moment for you? Was it the idea of subconscious tests, the power of silence, or something else? Drop a comment below and tell me. Your story might literally help some other guy realize his own value. And if this video helped you, and you want to dive deeper into the real truth about attraction, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that gives you the stuff no one else will tell you. Share this with a guy who needs to hear it. Remember, you have to learn the language.